What's up, Devils? Need all back to answer some more goddamn questions. And the questions we're going over today is on the video with the poser ass the land. Draw 400 tickets for Hemorrhage Live? Question mark. Highly doubt it. And I do fucking highly doubt it, because actually, like, I just pulled this fucking thing up. I didn't even look at the comments at all. 115. I was just going to scroll to the first goddamn question mark. Figured, why waste any goddamn time? Just hit record. Let's get going. Goddamn it. But yeah, speaking of this fucking highly doubt it, and the land drawing 400 tickets for fucking Hemorrhage just last night as I'm recording this video. I don't know, another week or so since you've seen it. Saw Bulldozer live, Deceased, and Aries Kingdom. Really cool fucking show. Bulldozer was really fucking cool seeing. I don't think they've ever been to the land. And asking some of the older devils like Matt Sorg and shit like that was there at the show. He's like, yeah, I don't think they've ever been. So he'd even know better than me, because he said that was the first time he ever saw him. And I was like, yeah, I couldn't even see Bulldozer ever coming to the States. So cool to say that I've seen him. I mean, I'm not the hugest Bulldozer fan. I do like him, especially the first two albums. It's good, but I don't know it like I know like Pungent Stench, for example. I know better, you know what I mean? But they're good. I always kind of consider them the fucking Venom of Italy. And but just seeing the original singer up there, 61 years old, that was cool as fuck. So just to say that I saw them, it was cool. They were really, really good. Definitely enjoyed them. But at the show, there was maybe 100 fucking people. There you go. The land. Fucking, yeah. Rock and roll, man. Fucking the land of rock and roll. And it's awesome metal scene and all this other bullshit. These fucking posers over here in the fucking land claim my ass. Deceased, Aries Kingdom, and Bulldozer show, 100 people. Get lost, fucking posers. What are you talking about? Should have been a goddamn full house, shoulder to shoulder. It wasn't, though. But nonetheless, it was a good show. Deceased, always awesome, as always. I was hoping Don of the Dead would have fucking showed his ass up to the show. What the fuck he was doing? He wasn't there, because I was going to do a second video, live video with King Folly again and Don of the Dead. So I think that'd be cool to get the two of them on video together. So we'll see, because I seen the King interview. It seemed like you guys really enjoyed that. It has to have the most views on my fucking channel by now. I can't imagine there's something that beat it. But so that's cool as fuck. So I was gonna do another one, but I wasn't there. But overall, all in all, Bulldozer Deceased Aries Kingdom show was really cool. Shout out to fucking Alex from Aries Kingdom. He came up to me. I was like, fucking, this guy knows who I am. Aries Kingdom, I watched them first. They were fucking great. They covered Die by Power by Slaughterlord. I was like, this is the coolest goddamn thing I heard all week. Who the fuck covers Slaughterlord? Everybody, their mom covers Venom, Bathory, Motorhead, Celtic Frost, etc., etc. All the usual shit, right? But and I've said in previous videos, Slaughterlord. I was like, that's literally some of the best shit to come out of Australia. That's some of the best death thrash demos ever. Again, go over to Hell's Headbangers. I don't even know if we still haven't stopped. We may not even. That the main thing you have that you need is the 86, 87. That's kind of what it's called. CD. There's an LP of it too. I think that's definitely gone. Hammerheart did it years later. But then you have everything. But you have the main two demos by Slaughterlord. That shit's fucking phenomenal. If you don't have that, get fucking lost, brah. You ain't in the metal as far as I'm concerned. And nobody covers that. So they tell like, holy shit, this is fucking awesome. I was like, sure, nobody else. Other people there cared. They went fucking nuts. The crowd, the True Devils. But other than, and I was thinking about it, I was like, who the fuck has anyone ever covered Slaughterlord? And I was talking to Sorg after the show. He's like, someone's like, he did it At the Gates. I'm like, oh yeah, I think At the Gates did. Was that on? Did they cover Slaughterlord on Slaughter the Soul? That's pretty much the only album that I own and like, and I think they did. Trying to think, it's been a while since I spun that album, and I'm trying to think what song they did. But yeah, Aries Kingdom did Die by Power. It was fucking awesome. My personal favorite Slaughterlord song, in case you happen to give a fuck, is Steel Lords of War. So it'd be cool as fuck seeing somebody just randomly cover that. But anyways, yeah, if you're gonna do cover songs, do something more obscure, like just like when Napalm Death did Devastation and Insanity. That was like, fuck, Devastation Chicago and Insanity. Who the fuck does those? Nobody. I was like, oh, that's fucking awesome, especially by a band as big as Napalm Death. So, anyways, but yeah, Aries Kingdom covered them. They were great. I'd never seen Aries Kingdom, and the funny thing is I've always liked them since the first album when Nuclear War Now did it. It was a band I kind of always, I don't say I forget about, but I just in conversation kind of forget to bring them up. It's not that I haven't brought up every single band I like to date on this channel. It's just whenever something a topic comes, I'll bring them up. And Aries Kingdom, I don't think he's ever come out my mouth. I think they're. I answered on a couple videos back. Somebody asking for, so whoever it was, hey, what's a title that you see J Dog sitting around collecting dust that you think, how the fuck is this not selling? I'm going to say Aries Kingdom collects dust, but it's a much slower move than it should be. Because every time I first heard them, every single record by them is good. I think I own every album, not every version of everything, but either an LP or a CD. I think I do own every album. Probably maybe not all the splits and everything, but I definitely own a good 5 releases, I would say. And it's all good, solid shit. And the reason why I say that it doesn't sell as well as it should, because if you're a fan of thrash metal, black metal, or death metal, just even one of the three or all of the three, there's a very, very good chance you would like them. It's just really good, memorable music that it's very easy to get into. So I find it's weird that it doesn't sell better than it does. Again, it's not like a total dog bone, got to wipe off the cobwebs every time you got to pull. It's not like that. But you'd sure as fuck expected to outsell some bullshit ass Cavalt black metal you never even fucking heard of, can't even pronounce, don't even know what the fuck it is, and you put it on, you're like, this same old bullshit with no riffs again. It's like, how the fuck is this outselling fucking Aries Kingdom? Makes no fucking sense whatsoever, and tells me everything I need to know what people like that. It's all image, all fucking image. They're not music fans. There's no way. There's no way you could like that over that. There's just no goddamn fucking way. So tells you everything you fucking need to know. So yeah, what's a band that should be selling better? And if you don't know, and who's a more modern band, even though they've been around, I don't know, fucking Aries Kingdom, they've been around for sure 15 years, but probably close to 20 at this point. Early 2000s, I would say. Early, yeah. Maybe 05, 06, 04, somewhere around there is probably when I would say they started, somewhere like that. As long as they're not pulling that Intrails bullshit. Started in 92. The first one's like, I don't know, man. I heard about you in the early 2000s when we were trading with Nuclear now. And yeah, when we got the stuff in, I'd listen to them first release we got. I was like, oh, this shit's fucking great. So yeah, shout out to them. I was definitely, when Alex came up to me, just said, thanks for the Perdition Temple releases, which Perdition Temple, yeah, those the LPs, the Merciless LPs should be here shortly. Definitely pumped about that. I thought the new album was fan-fucking-tastic. Not that the others aren't. Everything by them is good, but I might like the new album the best. I thought it was really, really good. So all we have is the CDs and cassettes at the moment. So all I've been listening to the CD. Another band, talk about covers. I thought it was cool as fuck that they covered Infernal Majesty. Another one you don't. I'm not going to say nobody's covered Infernal Majesty, but not many. God damn it. So also cool as fuck. You know what I mean? As opposed to like a style band, but Perdition Temple, they'd cover like Morbid Angel or something, which I think they might have, or at least Angel Corpse did, or something that Gene did. Probably covered. Well, I know he's covered Morbid Angel, but I mean that's kind of expected. Not that that's lame, but it's just cool to hear somebody cover Infernal Majesty. Matter of fact, talk about all covers. Has anyone covered? Put in the comments. Has anyone covered a Hobbs Angel of Death? That'd be another one for you devils out there. Bands, ideas. Cover something off fucking by Hobbs. That'd be another obscure cover to do. That I'd think, fuck yeah. You know what I mean? Anyways, let's get some goddamn questions. Here we go. Wicked Devil. Metal who? Question mark. Go watch some of Metal Mickey's early videos praising Mega Disco. Mega Disco's at Megadeth. Pan Tampon. Okay, I get where he's going. And Judas Priest. Then all of a sudden he shows a Death Leprosy album years caps years later, and now he loves extreme metal. Who are we talking about? Metal Mickey's? I don't even know who the fuck this is. And now he loves extreme metal. Needs more views for his scruffy channel. Poser alert. Jurgen showed who's I don't know who Jurgen is either. Jurgen showed his Sadistic Intent collection, and Mickey wrote in the comments, never heard of them. Oh, dude, I've said it before. I don't even know who this Mickey guy is. Know nothing about him. Maybe he's the coolest fucking guy in the world. Maybe he's running circles around me. Well, he can't be because he fucking doesn't know Sadistic Intent. I specifically said in a goddamn video, somebody could clip it or whatever, fucking Layla Lover. Speech what? Layla Lover. Do those goddamn Deicide. If you don't listen to Deicide, you don't listen to death metal stickers. That was a fantastic idea. By the time, I'm going to shoot you an email after this. 2 fucking thumbs up. Uh, don't even fucking fully remember saying that. I kind of remember saying that, but definitely sounds like something I would say. Do those goddamn stickers. Another quote J-Dog fucking said. What did I say? So like, you bump into Panini's douche or whoever the fuck, you bump into them and like, yeah, listen to metal, bro. Fuck yeah, Megadeth, Pantera, fucking Metallica, Slayer. Oh yeah, bro, Black Sabbath. Those guys or whoever. Or that's if they're mentioning at least decent shit. You know what I mean? That's God forbid if they mention the other crap that we can't stand, right? But the litmus test is I said this to my mom years ago. It was probably about 4 to 5 years ago after I moved out of the house. They got these new neighbors across the street. And, my mom doesn't know any fucking better. She's like, yeah, they listen to the same kind of music you listen to. I'm like, really? Find that hard to believe. I was like, so yeah, no, I like them. She's like, and I asked them if they heard of Hell's Headbangers. Never heard of them. I was like, exactly. I was like, put it this way. Here's a litmus test. Just go across the street next time you talk to them, if they bring up music, ask them, have you ever heard of the band Nunslaughter? Not do you like them, not do you think they're the greatest thing, not even what you think. Do you know who they are? Have you heard them? You know what they sound like? If the answer is no, and I expect the answer to be no, yeah, don't listen to the same kind of metal I do. Because what did I say in a fucking previous video? Again, Layla lovers or something could find the clip, find it. If you haven't heard of, not, I'm pretty sure I've heard of. No, you've heard them. You've actually heard the music. Know you've heard it. Don't have to like it. That's fine. Nunslaughter, Sadistic Intent, Denial of God, Disaster. For sure, those 4 bands I said, and there might have been even somebody else thrown in there. But those are primo examples because they're still underground, but they're still a little bit bigger. They're kind of household names. Like, if you're in the underground, you know who the fuck they are, is what I'm getting at. So if you ask anyone, if they don't know who those are, like they haven't even heard them, never heard them, you're not in underground music. Period. You're not in the same kind of fucking music I'm not. Doesn't mean I'm better than you. Doesn't mean you need to be thrown in the pits or anything like that, or beat up in the parking lot. Not saying any of that. I'm just saying we're not into the same goddamn shit. If you don't know who those 4 fucking bands are, flat out, you're just not. Like, there's no reason in the fucking world you should not be familiar with those bands. No reason. Zero. Zilch. So, yeah, this guy, never, Mickey's Corner, or whatever the fuck it's called, they never heard of Sadistic Intent. Get lost, bro. You ain't in underground music. And kind of like, what the fuck are you doing a YouTube channel for? Because, again, I don't want to dog them too much because I know nothing about them. It's kind of like, what's so interesting about listening to YouTube talking about Judas Priest, Pantera? Yay! Who the fuck hasn't heard of them bands? Okay, let's just say you're the biggest fan of them too. What's there to talk about? Like, you could find that shit in Walmart. Like, who cares? What's there to say about them? If you like them, listen to them. That's cool. But what do you need another person's opinion about them? If that's all he's showing, now he's busting out the big guns, death, leprosy. Oh, okay. Who the fuck? If you're in a death metal or metal at all, I expect you to at least know what the fuck that record is. Again, you don't have to like it, but you should damn sure be fully fucking familiar with it. If you're not, again, get lost. What are you even talking about? So why would anybody want to watch this guy based off what I'm just hearing? Again, it's the only information I have to go off of. So if he's the coolest fucking thing ever and actually provides some type of informative value or entertainment, then okay, I can piss off. But based on what I'm hearing, why would he's never heard of Sadistic Intent? What does this clown have to fucking say anything about it? And dude's like 50 years old. Question mark. Dude, he sounds like just another get lost guy, man. He thinks he's in the know, thinks he's in the cool. Listen to Megadeth. What is it? Pan's Tampon and Priest. I mean, and Death. Who cares? Who fucking cares? Mickey's a knob too. Only reason he buys metal is to show it on YouTube. Yeah, he sounds like a fucking knob based on what you're describing. So yes, I would have to agree with you. Who wrote that? Wicked Devil. I'd have to agree with you. Twahantan Woon? Question marks. I'm starting to like you acting out mowing down the canoes more than drawing out posers. Oh, that's not really a question mark. What the fuck is that question? Rocky's musical rarities. Why move to Vegas? Vegas is fucking awesome. That's why. Why the fuck not? Is there even a music scene of any kind out there? It can't be any worse than the fucking land. Fucking 100 people. I'm being oh so generous with that 100 number too. I think it was less than that. That fucking bulldozer who's never been to Cleveland ever in their entire life. But the fucking land. Yeah, okay, can't be any worse than that. And it isn't so hot you could die if you get caught outside. The thing is, it's hilarious when people fucking say that too, because I've had people in my family and friends say that. It's hot as fuck in the summer. Okay, I don't go outside anyways for the most part, other than walking my car out to a parking lot into the store or the gym or wherever the hell I go. I'm inside in the air conditioning anyways. And then in the wintertime, like these times, I know I've been there, it's nice and chilly. It doesn't get freezing balls ass cold. And I know we're going to get a shitload of snow here fucking any day now. You know the deal with any of that bullshit. Like, it's hot as fuck. No, it ain't not year round. Go there in December. It's like fucking 40 degrees. What are you talking about? In the summertime, yeah, don't go outside anyways. So who gives a fuck? What does that have to do with anything? And as far as is there any scene? I don't know. Some of the coolest fucking metal fests I've seen in the last fucking 5 years have been in Vegas on the Strip, prime place. Sounds like a great metal scene to me. Sounds like some killer ass fucking shows going there. Again, it can't be any worse than the land. And at least nobody else is saying, oh man, Vegas, fuck yeah, all this goddamn metal scene, making claims that aren't even goddamn true. Bunch of fucking posers over this shitty ass land. This is why I could, man, you should move to Canada and become a hoser. Fuck Canada, man. I ain't moving up there. Fucking import taxes are high as a motherfucker, and they get snow to the fucking goddamn the ceiling of your house. Why the hell would I want that? Matter of fact, yeah, King was just telling me that last night. He's like, yeah, they played Toronto, and I believe he said Ottawa. He said which really good shows, but he had to drive through like 12 inches of snow. It was in November. Fuck that. I don't like driving in the goddamn Ohio snow, and how long is that? Fucking fuck that. Not for the dog. I'm snowed the fuck out, man. Cave Grinder, question marks. J-Dog, do you think Dawn of the Dead would take the $500, the Pantera $500 offer? You know, $500 to go see Pantera? To be completely honest, I mean, all jokes aside, I mean, you'd be, unless you're a fucking very, very wealthy person, who wouldn't go to any show for $500? I mean, you'd be kind of stupid not to. You know what I mean? Assuming it's right, 30, 40-minute drive from your place to not do anything outlandish. All expenses paid. How long is the show going to possibly be? 4 or 5 hours? $500? I mean, it's $100 an hour. You make more than $100 an hour at your job? I sure as fuck don't. Um, what? Why wouldn't you? I would. I just treat it as a job. I'm going to work Friday night this weekend. Make some good ass juicy loot. So who would say no? Life Eternal question mark. Since Hell's Head Bash is only a possibility, have you ever thought about putting on a J Dog Fest? Not needing to do international bands, but I bet you know enough guys that you could pull something off on your own. It's crossed my mind. It's definitely crossed my mind. Will I? Probably not, but I wouldn't say it's out of the realm of possibility. And I have a feeling as it's getting talked about more and more, and me and Eric have been talking about it too here and there. And he was even at the show last night at the West Side Bowl. And the deceased show I was talking about, the Aries Kingdom, Bulldozer. We were talking about the fest too. I think the festival, Hell's Head Bash, I think that the likelihood of it happening again is very likely. Just probably more so around 2025, 26, somewhere there. But I do think in all of our lifetimes, unless any of us die in the very near future, which the way people are dropping is very possible, right? I think one will happen. I do. I have high hopes for it. These goddamn question marks, devils. Hey, here's some sewer vomit. Question, J Dog. Which are your least favorite of all time of all the Mortician albums? Least favorites? Reanimating Dead Flesh would be my least favorite. Not that I don't like it, it's great, but again, somebody's got to be first, somebody's got to be last. Just like when I say my least favorite Cannibal Corpse album is probably, as a whole, probably Kill or Evisceration Plague. Doesn't mean I don't like it. I do. I like it. I own it. Listen to it. Just somebody's got to be first, somebody's got to be last, right? So probably Reanimate Dead Flesh. After that, fuck, I don't even know. They're all pretty equal after that. Because even like Darkest Day of Horror, that has some of my favorite songs in there. Audra and the Final Sacrifice. Love those fucking songs. And I love how distinguishable Will's voice, I want to call it distinguishable, I should say audible. Um, Will's vocals are on there. They're super low, but you can kind of hear them. Like that's my only complaint about Chainsaw Dismemberment is his vocals get a little bit buried in parts, where it's kind of like it's just a mix. You know what I mean? That's my only god. Especially if you're listening to it in a car with the goddamn windows open. Why you'd be doing that is I should say why I was doing that. I don't know. Why my windows down, but nonetheless, you can't fucking barely hear them. But I definitely can't say Chainsaw is one of my Chainsaw is one of my easily my favorites. Songs like Stab and Drown in Your Own Blood. The title track, Chainsaw Dismember, is definitely one of the greatest Mortician songs ever. So I can't say that that's. But it would sound like the next more obvious one would like I said, would be Darkest Day. But I don't know. I love that fucking record. And then, yeah, Domain of Death, Zombie Apocalypse. I mean, those are like about equal. But my favorites of all time is my favorite of all time. I always say Hacked Up for Barbecue, but I go back and forth between Hacked Up and House by the Cemetery. 'Cause House by the Cemetery, I love the rawness and just how I don't think anything's heavier than House by the Cemetery. People say, "Oh, who's the heaviest band?" To me, heaviest release ever is fucking Mortician, House by the Cemetery. A lot of people argue Rochefort, which yeah, they're great and they're on the top tier list, but I personally think House is definitely heavier in my opinion. Maybe it's not directly the exact tuning or whatever, but just with the rawness and of everything combined, it just sounds low and heavy as fuck. Um, Again, when I say heavy too, I'm also going by something that actually has some fucking beats. I'm sure somebody can find some boring as fuck doom band where it's just non-stop, slow, blanket and pillow. I'm like, okay, this is heavy, but this is kind of unlistenable in my opinion. It's boring as shit. So yeah, other than I could say Reanimate is my least favorite. I don't know. After that, it's kind of like just fucking flip a coin. Hacked Up's probably my favorite. Toss up with House, and after that, it's probably Chainsaw is really close in there as far as favorites. So everything else is kind of fighting for second and third. You know what I mean? Kind of like flip a coin because I pretty much like them equally. So yeah, take that for what you will. Anyways, that's it for this one, Devils. Comments, questions, concerns, you know what the fuck to do. Put the comments box, and I'll get an answer bright early in the morning. Later, goddammit.